There's a story that goes a little something like this. Once there was a young man running a race, and he at the starting block he was, you know, by far way ahead, and it looked like he was going to win hands down. But one thing kept happening. As he was running, he kept looking behind him to see how close his competition was. And each time he looked behind him, he got slower and slower and slower. He ultimately won the race, but not at the time he would have if he stopped taking the time to look behind him and see and compare his competition to him. Why am I sharing that? We have to run our own race. I remember growing up, it was hard for me not to compare myself to other women and other girls. And my mother used to always tell me, quit comparing yourself to them. But I just couldn't, their lives seemed so much better than mine, especially if you came from a disadvantaged background like I did. So over time, as I grew, I found out that some of those people who I thought had the best lives, in many cases they did, but they had a lot of suffering that was not showing for everybody to see. And I only had to contend with the people in my immediate circle. Yeah, we had our celebrities or whatever, but more often than not, I was just comparing myself to the girl with the long hair, the girl who was popular, all that kind of stuff. The girl who got the brand new car at 16. But now, everyone has the world looking at it. You're looking at the world and you're comparing your life to them. You don't know the sacrifice behind the smile. I know someone who got married and had a loving relationship and had three beautiful kids, and her husband died untimely. And for all these years, I remember being, envious of her because she was one of those girls who had the long hair, the nice car, her parents were affluent, and it just seemed like she just had the best life. And even now, very wealthy, beautiful, wonderful career, family, but I am willing to bet she would trade all of that to have her husband back. So I'm saying that to say, when you're in this social media environment, whatever you're doing, please stop trying to compare yourself to somebody else, because you don't know the struggle behind the smile, you don't know the sacrifice, and also they may be looking at you with the same envy and admiration that you're looking at them. So focus on your own race. Run your own race.